Ayustin Layukan. I'm from 8th class 2019 and my study number is 19220158. How are you guys? I hope you are in a good condition. Okay, today I would like to explain and presentation about Deixis and Distance. For the first, I would like to explain about the definition of the Deixis. Deixis is the technical term of the most basic the things we do with returns. It means pointing via language. Any linguistic form used to accomplish this pointing is called a deictic expression. Deixis, this is a principle in linguistic. Between deixis and deictic, there are same part. When we talk about deixis, we talk about deictic expression. When we pointing something or someone, we talk the expression of pointing is deictic expression. Deictic expression having their most basic uses in face-to-face spoken interaction, where the utterance such as are easily understood by the people present, but may needed a translation for someone not right there, for someone far away from there. Like other people can give their deictic expression when they are talk something to someone in near of him or her, or someone who away from her. This is some deictic expression or indexical, like here, there, this, that, now, and then, as well as most pronouns such as I, we, you, he, her, and them, and many more. Okay, in this slide, I would like to explain about the type of deixis. This is 4 type of deixis. The first is person. Person are to indicate people. The second is temporal. Temporal is to indicate time. And the next is spatial. Spatial is to indicate location. And the last one is social. Social are to indicate stages and condition about something or someone. The first is person deixis, to indicate people. This is 3 types on the person deixis. The first is the speakers, a reference to himself. The speakers are described about himself or mention about himself, and then we can use I, me, we for or us for one first person. And then the speaker reference to the addresses. We can use you for singular or you for plural. This is for the second person. And then the third is the speaker's reference to other person and entities, neither speaker nor addresses. We can call or we can use he or him, she or her for women, they or them for plural or third person. We can call this he or him for third person, or we talk about someone, but the someone are far away from us. I will read the text. Hello everybody, thank you so much. Thank you everybody. Have a seat. Have a seat. Well, hello London. It is good to be back in the UK. Thank you Khadija for that wonderful introduction. I was saying backstage I'd fought for her for something. How many deixis in here? The text has several deixis for person, like everybody, I, Khadija, and her. The next is spatial deixis. Spatial deixis are to indicate location. This is 3 types. The first is identifying entities, informing about locations, and acknowledging location. The first is identifying entities. For identifying entities, we can use this or this, and that or just. And the second is informing about location. We can use or we usually hear a word like here or there, above or below. And acknowledging location, we can use come and go. I would like to give an example for spatial deixis. The situation is the mom and the child is the same room, and the child are playing the games in his smartphone, and the mom said, come to the bed. The child and the mom is in near position. The listener are nearby the speaker. On the other hand, the mom and the child are far away. The mom in the living room and the child at the room. The mom said, go to the bed, but the moment is away from the speaker. The listener are away from the speaker. This and here, it can be seen, and we can use this and here if the speaker and listener are near by us. But we can use that or there if the speaker and listener can no longer be seen. What is psychological distance? Pragmatic basis of spatial deixis is actually psychological distance. Psychically close object will tend to be treated by the speaker as the psychologically close. Psychically distant object will tend to be treated by the speaker as the psychologically distant. For example, the man over there. Mark something that psychically close as psychologically distant. For example, the woman who nearby the man and the man are using a perfume, but the woman said, "I don't like that." That show if the women are nearby the man, they are in a near position, and the woman doesn't like it. Both of them are psychically close. The usage that suggests distance. Psychological object is psychically close. And for next, I would like to explain about the temporal deixis. The temporal deixis is to indicate time. There are half the type. The first is proximal term and distal term. Proximal term, near by the speaker, but distal term, away from the speaker, applies future or past time. For example, the word for proximal term, like now, and the deictic expression is tomorrow, and the tense is lives. And then, a word soon, the deictic expression is next week, and the tense is life has. And then for distal term, the word is then, the deictic expression is yesterday, and the tense is lived. And the next, the word is recently, the deictic expression is last week, and tense is had. Another example, I was in a Turkey then, or I see you then. We also use non-deictic temporal reference, such as on the 22nd of July, I was in American. Back in half hour. There is several examples from proximal and distal, and then the non-deictic temporal. Or another deictic expression like yesterday, tomorrow, today, tonight, this week, last week, and many more. All this expression is depend on the utterance time and situation. And then I would like to explain about social deixis. Social deixis is to indicate social stages or condition. This is used to indicate relative stages. In many languages, deictic categories become markers of relative social status. This is an example from social deixis, like Sir, Your Majesty, Your Highness, Bro, Sis, and many more. The word Sir we quote for the people who have a higher status from us, or the lower status from listener. Next is a honorifics. Honorifics is a grammatically from typically a word for affix that is socially deictic. It expresses, as at least part of its meaning, the relative social status of the speaker with. For example, your, her, or his highness. For the exercise, please mention how many deixis in here, and mention about the type of deixis. I would like to read it. Man, who's there? And the woman said, yes, we're here. So, did you do it? No, but we're going to do it soon. You're still with him? Yes, I am. Okay, then see you later. Bye. From the dialogue, we can now several deixis in here, like there, here. That is a spatial deixis, and then the already, soon, still, and later. That is a temporal or time deixis, and the last one is and me, you, were, you, him, I am. This is a person deixis. Alright, maybe that's all from me. Before that, I want to conclude about the material that I have presented today about deixis. Deixis is principle in a linguistic, and deixis are using to pointing someone or something. Thank you. I'm sorry if I have many mistakes on this presentation today. I hope the material can be understood. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.